Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another car video. Saying all women are like that is a personal experience. And before I even get started on that, check out a video by a young brother in the body game movement, Prince Qadash. And a link for his videos in the description box. He talks about the real reason select men get women. And I thought about doing a reaction to it, but you know what? I want him to rise up. And I want y'all need to sub him and everything, because he gets into the body game movement and body game more than I do. I think he's a personal trainer. Yeah, young Prince, let me know for sure. And I actually met him at the Houston Summit, the Houston Self-Improvement Summit. That's a thorough young man. And, you know, that's a thorough young, I mean, he's in his early 20s, so, yeah, he's gonna be way bigger than whatever I'm doing. And I want that. Just as an aside, I ain't one of those elders and stuff who want to be better than the young people. I want every young person to go beyond what I do. Don't make my mistakes, all right? And I have no problem saying it, because anybody say they ain't make no mistakes in life, they lying through their motherfucking ass. So I want him to rise up. So check out his channel, check out the video, sub that young brother. But anyway, to my main subject, because you know what, it was on one of my videos, and I get some people come in and they'd be like, yeah, all women are like that. You must not know, man. You need to get red pilled. Motherfucker, I grew up in Southeast DC around some like con artists, sexual predators, killers, man. Fuck all that little online bullshit. What people call red pill kindergarten shit, man. Get out in the real world. Get out in the real streets, man. You see some shit that make you puke. But anyway, here's the thing. When you say all women are like that, that's only to you. Because no one on this planet has talked with every single woman. Most you can say is all the women that you've personally encountered treated you a certain way. But even that's not really on the women. I'm going to get into that in a second. What the fuck? Just got some new wiper blades when I fixed my glass. And I'm like, what the fuck's it streaking for? Well, I know why it's streaking. Got that thing right there. Oh, well, I'll take care of it later. Anyway, when somebody says that, they can only speak from their personal thing. See, understand something. One, it should be common sense. You haven't met all women. And even if you talk to some friends who have similar experiences, that's still just a drop in the bucket. If there's 4 billion women on the planet, they will have some similarities as far as being the female gender, despite some political correctness out there. But that's about it. Despite the similarities, each one is individual. Shit. Like vaginas. Let me use that for an example. Any man who's had sex with multiple women, hell, even if they paid for it, if they just took a time, looked at the vaginas, all of them are different. Women got different tastes, different all of that. Now, if you're in a situation where you're thinking, well, all women are like that, and somebody doesn't agree with you, that's because their experience has been different. I mean, if I use just my personal experience, all women are cooperative. Seriously. All women are respectful to me. I mean, that's just it. I mean, especially if you're talking being select, they obviously treat different men different ways. In fact, one single woman, one woman can encounter 10 different men and treat each one of them distinctly different. Each one of them. And you have to understand that. And I know some guys will say, well, still all the women, they think this and that about me. All right, that's not on the women though. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell the men something. I told a woman, and this was a consultation client. Now I ain't giving away her information, but I never forget. She said, you know, all these men that coming to her are dusty. She said, all these dusties tried to talk to me, and I told her, I said, well, the only thing that these dusties have in common is you. That's the only thing. And I say that for the men too. If you encountering, like for example, if you encountering women who's only trying to get at you, trying to get you to spend money, you saying all women are gold diggers, you know, all women are gold diggers is incorrect. Just the ones who are fucking with you. Now, yes, there are gold diggers, but what is it about you that's drawing them? Because I can correctly say, under a lie detector, women have never hit me up for money. Seriously. Not like that, anyway. I've had some who tried, but I wouldn't deal with them. Because my thing was, hey, I ain't spending money to get to know somebody. And plus, like I said, you had, even then, there was just a few. Most of them came at me. Shoot, I've had women pay for dinners and stuff in recent years. Not as a young man, in recent years. They were taking care of me, fixing me plates. So, but is it correct for me to say, oh, all women fix plates? All women are like that. They fix plates. They very cooperative with you. Even if I ain't having sex with them, they very cooperative. You know, if I'm sick or something, they willing to take care of me. Yeah, to switch something up real quick. Anyway, of course. Now, that would be correct from my personal experience to say, oh, women are cooperative, they sexy, they get big old butt dunks, you know, they pretty, they're highly intelligent. But was that your experience, anybody else's experience? No, it's just yours. So here's the thing. First of all, no one else lives your experience. No one else lives it. If you're experiencing something, that's on you, period. That's you. That's how they treating you. The next man, they'll treat different. Shoot. Any man who's been in a situation where they can simply observe a woman in a group interacting with different men, they're going to see it. They're going to see it as far as how she treats them. They're going to see it as far as her body language. Like one, she might be smiling, you know. Shout out C Boogie, be teethy. Then the other one, she's like, other one, shoot, she'll talk with him. And there's another one she'll talk to, and she won't even look at him. And then another one she'll talk to, she'll be all up in his personal space. He's like, hold up, baby, back up. You all up in my space. You know? But that's their personal thing. You can't say all women going to do that. You can only speak to all women how they treat you. You know? That's all you can do. That's all you can do. You can speak to how they treating you, but you can't speak to how they all going to be. And in fact, well, I got to stop at a store real quick. I'm going to get into how a man actually has control over how a woman treats him. And then as long as you acknowledge that, nah, this is just how they treating you. I'm going to get into that in a second. I got to start get something out of this store. I could have got it later, but sometimes I got to get stuff when I'm thinking about it. Anyway, hold on. Be back in a bit. What's up, y'all? All right, got my stuff out of that store. Got to go to another store now. Shoot. Wait a minute, get this thing right. Anyway, yeah, so, you know, you can only go by what you've experienced personally. The fact of the matter is that there's a select, non-select, 80-20, Chad and Tyrone, dominant men, alpha men, high value man, means women ain't treating the men the same way. So, but a man actually has power there. A man actually has power. Because once a man takes responsibility, like, no, this ain't just a woman's nature or how all women are, and realize, no, that's how they treating you, and you in particular. You can change shit up. I'll use myself for an example. Now, anybody who's followed me a while know I'm not big on cold approach. I'm just not big on it. And I'll tell you why. When I was younger, when I was in my teens really in my teens, Rom came on like a ton of bricks. I ain't give a fuck because I had zero approach anxiety. Still do, because even now, I ain't big on approach, but if I look at a woman and the word damn come out my mouth, I approach. I mean, but it's very rare I say the word damn. Shit, it's very rare I say it. Well, when I say a certain angel, I say the word damn. Anyway, but it's very rare I say it. But when I was young, I didn't give a fuck. I was like, boom, boom. Some women had to check me and shit. They was like, Rom, you don't have to work that hard. You don't have to work that hard. When I started chilling out, kind of letting the game come to me, more women came to me. Including some women I ain't tried to get at. Because all I was doing was chill. That just works for me, man. That just works for me. Now, it might not work for the next man, and it's a part of my general philosophy, but it just worked for me. But all I did was change myself. See, when you realize it's all about you, you got all the power. You got all the power. Like that story I always tell about when I had to take the bus to work years ago. And had these ratchet type of women, black and white women, just to be clear. Everybody always says it's just black women. Nah, ratchet goes across the board, yo. One is just publicized more. But anyway, I told you, they would be all ratchet, all loud, but then after a while, all I was doing was staying quiet. And then their behavior, their voice tone, everything changed when they were addressing me. Everything. Now, somebody would say, well, they just like that. No, they changed. See, understand something. Like I said, a woman, shoot, she can treat 10 different men 10 different ways. But the man has power over that. See, that's where your control is. You know, if you're one of those guys, women only hitting up for money, well, you need to sit back and say, well, hold up, what is it about me that tells these women I'm a mark? You know? Like, if you consistently getting women only want to deal with you depending on how much money you're going to spend on them, they see you as a mark. But all women ain't like that, because those same women, they see you as a mark. Oh, they're going to give another day, shoot. In fact, an hour after they tried to get you to pay for something or take them someplace, there's one other guy, shoot, all he do is text him. In fact, he don't even text him. The women text the guy and give him something for free. And he could tell her, hey, you know, I can't really go. You know, I got to do some extra work. I need $500 to fix my car. She'll come over and just give him some money. She'll give him gifts. She'll bring him food. But what's the difference between them? It's all in there. See, if you're getting a certain experience with women, you got to look in the mirror. You got to look in the mirror. Now, some guys say, well, I don't want to change for them. Okay, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to. But my thing is this. You want sex? If you want sex, apparently what you're doing ain't working. And this ain't saying put on a mask or anything, but you got to look at it. You know? Or if you, like, say you one of those approaching types and the women don't respond. It's like, hey, I approach all these women. How you approaching? Something you doing wrong. You know? I heard some other, it was a content creator had mentioned that. I can't remember the person's name. But he had said, you know, he had mentioned something about a guy that was cold approaching, and, you know, he actually, like, looked at the dude's style. He said the dude would approach but be speaking softly, where the woman couldn't hear him, and not really looking and not making good eye contact. Is always something. See, understand something. And Master Yao Yamache Morris, in his book, Awakening the Master Masculine, he talks about a broadcast. What you giving off? What vibe you giving off? What vibe you giving off? When you interact with women, how they seeing you? Are you giving off that daddy vibe? And when I say daddy, not in a sexual sense, but like you one of their pops or something. On that show, Fuckboy Island, F-Boy Island, one of the men, nice guys, got eliminated because they said, you know, he come off more like that cool uncle at the, at the barbecue. He ain't come off as sexual. Indeed, if we want to talk, it all come down to sex, y'all, no matter what you want to say. That's why a lot of guys get into the friend zone. That's why a lot of guys get rejected. They ain't coming off like, they ain't giving off that sexual vibe to the woman. They coming off as somebody who will be a good buddy. They giving off that brother vibe. And like, if you having trouble with women, you gotta say, okay, what am I giving off? What am I giving off? Like, I'll use myself for an example again. When I stopped like going so hard, coming on like a ton of bricks, and started chilling. In fact, a woman told one of my friends, because this is a woman I tried to get at, and she wasn't having it. One girl in college. I remember I saw her again. It was at a gathering, and she was sitting there, and I didn't say shit to her. But I wasn't mean about it. I was just being chill. And she told one of my friends, she said, nah, he looking hot now. See, all I did was just change it. And I didn't really change it just for her. I just changed it, period. I just started chilling out. The shit worked better. The shit started working better. And see, that's the thing. See, once you understand it's you, boom, you got to, because you can't control a woman's behavior. You can influence it by how you are. Like, if you carry yourself with respect, like I said, because I say the worst rejection I've had from a woman years ago, she was still polite. Her voice, she wasn't mean about it, but she was still polite. Because one of the vibes, and people told me this, I give off that vibe, I ain't playing that shit. If you're going to speak to me a certain way, that's how you're going to do it. And see, a lot of men got to do that. A lot of men got to do that. See, let me tell you something now. Men, our very nature is be responsible, accountable. Now, I know there's always talk about what women do, where they ain't accountable. No, don't worry about them. This is your world. This is your world. And you got to carry yourself a certain way. You got to carry yourself in a certain way. Like, no, if you're going to deal with me, you want to be respectful. No, if you deal with me, no, I ain't an ATM for you. No, if you're going to deal with me, only way I'm going to be like your brother is if I want to be your brother. See, that's one thing. Like, we're talking about select men, specifically, like there's two groups of men in the select. One is Mr. Goodbar, the other is the masked man. Mr. Goodbar got the raw sex appeal. The masked man, he got a little sex appeal, but he got some cultural stuff as far as, his money and status. Like I said, I never said money and status don't work. I never said that. I always said sex appeal worked better. But anyway, the Mr. Goodbars, the men that women consider sexy, one thing about them is they deal with women on their terms. They'll have like 5 women and tell all 5 of them, hey, I got other women. And if they get tired of the woman, they kick her to the curb. Because one of the things that they do is the women come to them. The women come to them, so they know. And they carry themselves in such a way, ain't just about how they look, but how they carry themselves. They be chill. They be chill. That's why even, it's funny, I hear a lot of guys, even some content creators talking about, well, if you had this look, and this look, that'll be it. No, that's the bait. You get them over there. But you still gotta have a certain attitude. You gotta have a certain vibe, even in how you stand, because that's how women look. They look at every little thing. And they pay much attention to your nonverbal. But you gotta realize it's your world. But the main thing, talking about that whole, your personal experience with women, you do got control over. In fact, that's feedback, really. I'm gonna tell you something too. Let me go into this. Like, any man serious on self-improvement, serious, not just like, try to look into it, or, well, not look into it, but try to put it down. Oh, nah, they talking that self-improvement stuff. One thing about it is, as you self-improve, and let's be real, let's just keep it a buck. If men go and self-improve so they can get more pussy, ain't no shame in it. It means your ass is heterosexual and human. Ain't no shame in it. Anybody try to act like there's a problem in it, I'm a question their gender identity. And even them be looking for sex. But one of the things, it really is, we self-improving. You actually get feedback right away. You self-improving to get more women. You actually get feedback from women right away. That's the beauty of women. They'll let you know right away where you stand. And then you can get an idea. If you out and about, like say you hit body game, that's a great example. Because I constantly get guys in the comments, guys hit me up privately, and they say they hit the gym for just a little bit, not even a lot. They say they lost some weight, or they got their muscles tighter, and they say they notice right away women treating them better. They notice they change their haircut. You gotta, because one nature with women, since they always checking out men, you're gonna see something. You change your haircut, you're gonna see some reaction. You change your haircut, you change your style of clothes, you change your mindset so that you carrying yourself, or for those who don't recognize that slang, how you presenting yourself to the world. Oh, women will give you feedback right away. And it's the feedback, it's best if they say something, but they don't always say something. It could be just how they look at you. They, like if you're around, like you're in a like workspace or social circle where there's a bunch of women, how they even look at you going to say a lot. Like some women barely look at you. They'll barely look at you, but they'll all of a sudden see you, and they'll be like real friendly, or their eyes linger. That's your feedback. Now, if you do a bunch of stuff and they treat you the same, okay, it's like, okay, this ain't working. Because trust me, women always. In fact, if men actually learn how to really pay attention to women, you can always see what's up with them. You can always get an idea. Always. But the thing is, you got control over it. You really do. You really do. How women are going to treat you. So if you having just bad time with them and everything, if you having a bad time with them, you got to ask yourself, okay, what is it I'm doing? Seriously. And it's not, and really, just to be clear, you're not, see, one of the things in changing yourself, ultimately you changing it, you just becoming the best version of yourself, because you really don't know what turned that woman on. I remember back in high school, it was this one summer I was working I think it was in part of Southeast. I think it was Highlands, something, I can't remember now, but it was at this school. And I remember there was this woman, and she made a point of saying, nah, Rom, you ain't this, you ain't that. But then I came in one day just dressed a certain way, and then she was like, now you fine. Of course, I was trying to I was just standing a certain way. She's like, oh, you fine now. They'll let you know if you pay attention. They'll let you know. But the thing was, that was the control thing. See, ultimately, the thing about women, and this is a problem when you try to say all women are like that. You don't know what that particular woman is. Because if you approach a woman like she's going to treat you a certain way, then you giving off that vibe, a certain vibe. You're already reacting to something you don't know yet. Like, I'm going to tell you, anytime you interact, every single time you interact with a woman, you got to treat it like you don't know anything about her. And then pay attention. Because if you go in acting like funky, scared, anything, because you think, like, the worst thing is to think she's going to reject you. You don't know what she's going to do. You don't know what she likes. You don't know what a woman likes. You don't know what she finds attractive. Don't even assume, you got a lot of guys caught up in their looks. You don't know what a woman finds attractive. All the goddamn space in this motherfucker. Everybody, man, this parking lot damn near empty, and they always park near me. What the fuck? What is it? This is an ordinary car. I could see if this was like a Lamborghini or something, but god damn. Shit, they probably keep a distance if it was a Lamborghini. But anyway, right? You ultimately, you don't know. Don't go in, you don't know. Don't go into, you see a woman, you don't know what she like. You might see some very attractive woman. You don't know what she like. You have no idea. You can't say, well, nah, she won't go for a guy like me. Well, you messing yourself up already. You are messing yourself already. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know what she find attractive. You don't know who turned her out when she was young. You don't know what her first 3 men look like. What her father looked like. You don't know any of the factors. You don't know any of the factors. And shit, it might not even be that you super handsome or anything. Because that's something else. I was talking with Miss Angel about that the other day. She said women just want to be the prettier one. So you don't know. You don't know what that woman looking for. Shit. Even like so many guys, even on the face thing. You don't know. Shit, she might not be looking at your face. Shit. She might not be looking at your face at all. She might be looking down below your belt, depending on who you are. Because that's all she wants. But that's the bottom line, though. See, here's the thing. You can't say, oh, they're going to do this. You don't know what that woman's going to do. What you want to do, and this the best thing to do, is very simple. Don't even do it for specific women. Just be your best self. Get in your best shape. Work on your sovereignty. Just work on your best presentation. And like I said, like when you getting a haircut, okay, how women looking at you? Like when I keep my hair low or shaved, more women look my way, smile. When I let it grow out some, let the beard grow out some, not as much. That's why I'll keep the goatee, but that's why I keep the stuff shaved. Because that's just how, I just get a better reaction. Seriously, I just get a better reaction. You just learn it. You get a lot more attention. I got, tank top on, get a lot more attention. Get a lot more attention when I'm dressed up a little bit. See, that's the thing. You getting feedback because they constantly looking. So if you having trouble, you got to change yourself. And the beauty of changing yourself is you got 100% control over yourself. You can't control the women. And that's why, that's where tribe come in. All right, change yourself, see which women like it. So anyway, though, remember, take responsibility, especially if you're a man. Men don't like say, oh, it's them, and real men don't say that. Real men say, you know what, I fucked up, let me do this, or let me change that. Because a real man should want to control his own shit. Got his own style. So anyway, that's all I got for today. I'll get back with y'all. I think tomorrow, I'm thinking there won't be a car video tomorrow. But I'm thinking about hitting y'all with some shit that, I don't know, I ain't gonna say what it is, but I'm kind of reluctant, but we get into a time men need to just know the reality. So anyway, I get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.